All right, man. Let's talk about Eddie George, who took a job at Tennessee State University, is blasting fans for not supporting, um, you know, his team who got an opportunity to go 5-2, um, and not showing up to the games, it being empty bleachers and all that stuff, and basically not getting the support that Deion got when he was there, and them being a bunch of hypocrites, right? See, they got mad at Deion because Deion leveled up and took the money. It's always about the money. Yeah, Jackson State gave him an opportunity, but like I said, when opportunity comes and you get an opportunity to level up, you got to level up. You know what I'm saying? And he never said he was going to be Eddie Robinson or nothing like that. A lot of people put those expectations on him to be Eddie Robinson. Okay. Um, but nonetheless, that's what people wanted him to be, and that's not who he said he was going to be. But these same people that was blasting Deion for leaving, Jackson State and all that stuff. What you got to realize too, a lot of y'all wasn't gonna donate no money. A lot of y'all wasn't buying no merchandise. A lot of y'all wasn't donating water. When people forget Mississippi going through a water crisis as well too. A lot of y'all wasn't doing none of that. So that's the number one thing that black people do. Black people sit there and they run their mouth. They do more talking than they do action, do more donating. See, they say, well, why, everybody supporting Deion Sanders, but they not supporting these black coaches like James Franklin at Penn State, or they not supporting this guy, that guy, Hugh Jackson down there at Grambling. Ask them. I can answer the question for you. The easy answer is because Deion is polarizing. Deion Sanders is one of the greatest football players to ever touch the field. And Eddie George ain't no slouch himself, but Deion is also polarizing. Deion is polarizing. Deion knows how to market. Looking at KFC commercials. You know what I'm saying? He in KFC commercials. He got, Shades commercial. He's a marketing genius. He's a marketing genius. You know what I'm saying? I said again, he's a marketing genius. You gotta have some marketing genius inside of you. And the rest of these dudes don't market the way Deion market. That's why. They don't have the mouthpiece. They don't have the flamboyancy. You know what I'm saying? They don't have none of that. That's what y'all don't understand. Y'all just think, oh, they just want to be with, they just want to support Deion. They just want to support Deion. They just want to support Deion. Yeah, we want to support Deion. No doubt about it. But when somebody is able to market the way he markets, bro, that's huge. That's huge. He able to have a marketing plan and able to get people there. He came into the league. He made the cornerback position what it was, as popular as what it was. He had a plan. Eddie George and these new coaches, they don't know how to market like Deion. Deion's a marketing genius. That's why. So you have to figure out ways to get people to the game as a coach. But what Deion doing, it comes with some level of backlash. It comes with some level of backlash. You say, well, what's the level of backlash you come with? Everybody gonna give you their best shot like you the champ. Everybody gonna want to beat you. All the things he doing on social media, they mocking him for it. They mocking him for everything he doing on social media. They mocking him. They mocking him for that shit. So I mean, we can go on and talk about a great job he doing, but what he doing is a lot of these dudes got they talking shit about him. They giving them their best shot. It's their Super Bowl. It's their national championship. So when you run your mouth the way you run your mouth, it come with a people look at it as disrespect, but he's just looking at it as a bottom line. And like I tell you, a lot of people that don't have a lot of success, is when they can't separate the emotional factor from the business factor of it. Everything Deion doing is rubbing people the wrong way. He already black, two strikes against you. But it says Tennessee State head coach Eddie George calls for more fan support. It says Tennessee State has already matched its win total from last season. The next goal for Coach Eddie George is to get fans to the program to buy what he's building. He said, "We have a chance to go 5-2. We have a chance of winning a winning record and a winning season. And people who are interested in watching us play, come out and support us. And people who aren't, then so be it." Georgia told the Tennessean paper. Some people may not agree with me being the hire here, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. But it's not me that you're not supporting. It's these kids. These kids who get up 4 in the morning and bust their tails to study, to practice, to give the fans something to be excited about. He continued. So he said George accepted Tennessee State job in April 2021 after initially turning down the role because he had no previous coach experience. The former D1 running back from Ohio State eventually accepted the position after his former head coach with the Tennessee Titans, Jeff Fisher, persuaded him to accept it. After going 9-3 in his first two seasons, 5-6 in 2021, 4-7 22, George is at 4-2 this season, including 24-17 win over fellow historically black college or university HBCU Norfolk State of the MEAC on October 14th. George laminated a sparse crowd at Norfolk State game, noting the discrepancy between 30,000 fans tailgating outside the stadium and 13,395 fans in attendance in the two home games this season. Tennessee reports the Tigers have averaged 8,632 fans. Nissan Stadium, which hosts Tennessee State, has official capacity of 69,143. That's where the Titans play as well. We may be playing in front of empty bleachers the last three games, George told the players per Tennessean. Last year's attendance dipped from an average of 16,892 during the first two games to an average of 10,680 last two home games, decreasing roughly by 36.8%. If the trend continues, Tennessee State will have an average attendance of 5,458 for its final home game this season, far less than George hopes. It is not only a shame because of the remarkable turnaround the program has had under George, but also because of the storied football history of Tennessee State. During the introductory news conference, George acknowledged that the rich history here when discussing Tennessee State alum Pro Football Hall of Fame Richard Dent, Claude Humphrey. The university also had the 1974 number one overall pick, Too Tall Jones, who was selected by the Cowboys. Retired defensive back Dominique Roger Cromartie, a.k.a. DRC, is the most recent Tennessee State player selected in the first round of the NFL draft, going 16 overall to the Cardinals in 2028. Like I said before, this is why I don't get into, I don't get into the black theory. I don't get into that. All this fake black support. And man, you want to support, man, support that man with your pockets. Support that man with your pockets. You know what I'm saying? Donate food, donate. If you can't make it to the game, donate, make a donation to the unit, to the sports franchise, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Donate. Equipment, make donations. The same thing Deion Sanders was talking about. Everybody got something to say, but wasn't nobody trying to dig in their pockets and help. Wasn't nobody trying to come down there and make these kids food to make sure these kids was good or nothing. You know, always speak on that when talking about what's wrong with these kids today. You know, when you got a single parent households or broken households and stuff of that nature, you don't get the parent participation in the classroom or in the extracurricular activities. And a lot of parents don't have the time, or some of them don't have the resource to put their kids in extracurricular activities. I've seen plenty high school coaches pay for kids to be in these extracurricular activities, football, baseball, out of their own fucking pocket, and feed these kids and take them home and sometimes give them a place to stay. This is the problem with raising your kids in single parent households, especially when the one parent is struggling. You know what I'm saying? Because then you depriving your kid of an opportunity. Then if you got the money but you ain't got the time, then you depriving the teacher of a great opportunity to groom these students to be what they can be. It's the same situation here. It's the same exact situation here. These kids need the support of the community, but they be the first ones, you know, to be running their mouth when Eddie George, leave and go level up somewhere else. Won't they? They be the first ones running their mouth. Oh man, see, he went to the predominantly white institution, this, that, and the same thing black women do to, black men. When they diss them and, they say, you know what, I'm not about to compromise and accept any woman, you know what I'm saying? Any, not even gonna take no woman that got 3 or 4 kids, a woman that, or a fat woman that's below my standards. I'm gonna go get with a white, Colombian, Dominican, Puerto Rican, Chinese girl. Then he wrong. Then he wrong because he didn't settle. You know what I'm saying? So when you make a move to level up because you ain't getting the support or you ain't getting the resources that you need to do, then you the bad guy. Like I said, man, the black community is very, very fickle. They be mad at Gucci one day and wearing the Gucci the very next day. So I don't really care what they say. They let people in and out of the culture all the time. They let racist people in and out. All they gotta do is give a half-assed apology and they right back in the game. So that's all I gotta say, man. Check out the college sports playlist. Check out the current news playlist. Thumbs up the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo, CJ Good 313. PayPal link in description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, the whole nine. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Peace.